Hi. Well, extremely disappointing. It's a big punch on the face. That's what I said to the boys. And now it's about how we react to that. Because game on is going to require now a big spirit, a lot of fight, and very clear how we're going to approach that. There's no great areas. We are in, we are out, and we need to be very, very, very strong and determined to approach it in a different way that we done today, especially when the game wasn't going our way.
Are you worried about how the team will respond to it? They seem very tense.
No, because I've seen them before in many scenarios, and I've seen them for 9 months. But today there were certain very basic things that we did extremely bad against a team that when you do that, they're going to capitalize, stress the PS, the game becomes very chaotic and very difficult to control. So, yeah, it's a lot good things that they've done, obviously, and credit to them. But I think that it's a lot in our plate to look at ourselves.
Tom from Reach.
Michael, yesterday obviously you asked the fans to bring a lot.
Yeah.
With the performance that we saw, what do you have to say to kind of them to now to encourage them that you're going to see?
I apologize, take it in the chin, and that's it. What I'm trying to do is give our best to the club, give the best possibility to our players, and I know the atmosphere, the fans, the support, the energy in the stadium is the best in the world. We have a much better chance. I don't think that there is any other possibility to perform better than when you have that kind of support, but then we had to respond. And we had moments in the first half where we did it, and there were other moments that we weren't at our level. So then we have to apologize to them and improve, for sure.
Matt from the Standard.
Okay. After the high of the win in Lisbon, are you surprised with how poor the players were today?
We were very far from the level that we shown, that's for certain, especially in certain areas that are critical. And when you play against a team like Bournemouth, that they were very clear. But again, I don't want to criticize any player, especially here publicly.
Phil, Pierre?
Momentum is obviously a big thing in sport.
Mm-hmm.
The narrative now is going to be that the momentum is shifting away from Arsenal and to City because that's 3 consecutive defeats domestically at least. So what would you say to that?
We cannot control that. I think what we can control is our performances like we've done over the last 9 months, and that's the only thing. So anything that is said when you have a defeat at home, you have to accept it. That's it. There's no excuses. There is no this or that or the things that I hear. It's about how we're going to stand up, first of all, individually, and then as a team to change that immediately on Wednesday.
James, Athletic.
Hi.
You said about your team kind of doing simple things rather than making simple mistakes. Do you mean about sort of when Bournemouth were pressing you, playing at the back, there were quite a lot of errors there in the second half?
There were a lot of situations. I don't want to go into that detail. They were quite obvious, and we need to do that much better in order to have certain control and dominance in the game. Otherwise, it's difficult. Yeah.
Can I just ask, there's no Ricky today and no Martin. Can you give us an update on that?
Sorry?
Could we have an update on them and their availability going forward?
No, and on Martin as well, no, and Bukayo Saka either. We don't have an update yet.
Josh from the Sun.
Hi, Michael.
Hi.
You said that they were making mistakes and you weren't happy with sticking with it extremely bad. Part of that down to tiredness, not only in terms of playing a lot of games, but like the mental fatigue of you trying to find the game this line.
But I don't want to put those excuses because we've been playing so many games every 3 days. We're going to have to continue to do that. So that's the context, that's the scenario, and we have to embrace it and especially enjoy the opportunity. That's one of the things that I haven't seen the team today, that level of enjoyment in certain moments, and fight that we have to really change the course of the game when it goes difficult. We're going to have different contexts from here to June, and we need to be able to adapt and resolve all of them if we want to achieve what we want to achieve. That's clear.
Sam, Telegraph. Yep.
Hi, Miguel. We've spoken a few times this season about the nervousness and the sort of how much they want to win in the crowd.
Yeah.
Fans. It felt today like there were moments when there was a bit of a disconnect between you were sort of saying calm down, keep the ball, and the fans are saying go, 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 attack. How do you manage that?
That's fine. That's clear. That's emotion. It comes from the right place, and it's not a day for sure to demand anything that what the fans have done today.
Okay, well, the last couple. Firstly, Ed from the Guardian.
Hi.
Given what's happened in this game in the last couple of weeks, is it one of your biggest challenges you face to turn things around now from the mentality wise?
Yeah, well, we know what is at stake, and the fact that as a club we haven't done it for so long is a reason for that. It talks about the difficulty. But I just want to focus on the things that we can control, dominate, and we have done. It's not that we have to do a lot of new things that we haven't done. No, let's keep doing a lot of or almost all the things that we've done for 9 months, because that's what has taken us all the way there. And on Wednesday I saw a lot of them. And today, yeah, we've gone back, so we need to learn. We need to be very critical to ourselves, and then pick ourselves up, because on Wednesday we have a big one coming up.
Okay, finally, Ollie, Daily Mail.
How much of the drop in the level do you think is down to nerves and the tension of the title race? And however much it is, as a manager, how do you fix that?
We need everything. First of all, we need everybody fit and available. So the ones that are not involved, the ones that are not with us, that are really big, important players, we need them immediately with us, because then we're going to be much stronger. And then the other ones, we need to stand up, me the first one, and embrace this challenge and go for it. So today we have to suffer. It's painful, it's a terrible feeling, but tomorrow is a different day. And if somebody would have said to me in August, you are in this position right now in April, I'm sure we will all take it.
Okay, everyone. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, thank you guys.